Right, hello and welcome back again, and you can see in solidarity I've sequestered myself in Greyvale this time. So, last time we learned that ponies and horses' shadows are being stolen by a wizard, the baby ponies have had their essence taken away from them, and no one knows exactly what to do about it. So, let's watch part 3 of Bright Lights and see if they can figure out where to go from here, because I sure as heck don't know where they're going. I'm actually a little bit afraid to click this, because this is getting very, very dark. I mean, I have overused the whole saying about how the original series was dark, but this, wow, let's just do this. Bright Lights, Part 3. Written by Barbara Petty. Barbara Petty, you have got a messed up brain, and I love you.
There's gotta be a way out. Keep looking.
Well, several of you can fly. Whoa.
Please.
I'm guessing that's Mama, who's obviously kept some of her happiness.
Mother, can you ever forgive me for what I've done?
You're my son. I love you. Nothing could ever change that.
Okay, well, there's an allegory.
Leave my son and his friends alone.
I didn't expect them to hate me so much.
What else did you expect from them, my son?
Yeah, what did you
Haven't
expect?
earned their trust.
Haven't earned their trust? He stole their souls! If that's not going to take away someone's trust in you, I don't know what is. Oh, again, I could have gone my whole life without seeing that.
It seems we're about to receive some company. Eh, Zeb?
Yes, Master. Nightshade has done well. I suggest we roll out the red carpet and give them all a welcome they'll never forget.
I'm not sure I want to see what that welcome is.
Aha! Hee-hee!
Oh.
Do you see what I
I'm
see?
really not sure I want to hear a song sung by this thing.
Aha! Hoo-hoo! There's more than just a few. I see some pony shadows plus a pair of humans too.
So you know what humans are. They are aware of humans then. I suspect that's a bad thing. I don't know quite why, but that unnerves me.
You look so dull and grey.
Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
So he's perfectly happy to go along with it then for the power.
I bet they're tasty shadows. They look so dull and grey.
Oh yes, he actually eats them. He eats the shadows. He devours the shadows, so how are you going to get them back if he's already devoured them?
Seeing all those shadows makes us want to shout, hurrah!
I would also like to point out, no shadows on any of them.
Yippee! Hurrah! Sis boom boom!
Yeah, this is an episode about stealing shadows. I've only just noticed none of them have shadows anyway.
Surprise, Erebus! As of right now, I quit helping you steal shadows.
You can't mean that. I made you what you are.
I made you what you are, a shadow stealing. Yeah.
I can't afford to let you turn on me, Nightshade.
I don't want to know what he's going to do. What is he going to do? Okay, he's going to blow hard. And I just need to ask something here. Does he actually need them to be distracted to steal the shadow or something? Could they not just go around with that hold all and just go, hey, you know what? Let's just wander around with this thing turned on and just steal every shadow. And if they do need to be distracted from their shadows, then does that really need to be by seeing? I mean, there's a lot of time that I go around where I am not paying attention to what my shadow is doing. For all I know, it's actually not following me. That was a portrait of you. There's a lot of portraits of humans in this world, so yes, they obviously know what they are.
We can't outrun him.
No! He can fly!
The bushes, quick!
Again, though, as I say, so can some of you! Wow, really? You're a flying creature. You can grow presumably bigger than that because you're a cloud. That's not a particularly large hedge, and he couldn't see over it.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. You can run, my little friends, but you can't hide.
They hid pretty well for a second there. And that wind that uprooted hedges didn't shift them.
Split up and hide.
It's our only chance.
Okay, so, yeah, apparently using his magic wears him out. That's understandable, I suppose.
Got it. Now let's go find the others.
But as we've seen, the shadows aren't stored in that satchel.
Ah! Oh,
Wow, they're in this situation. They've just stolen this thing, and they're not paying attention to where they're going. They're not creeping around like they know they're being chased, because they do.
we're fine. Have you seen Erebus? Seen him?
Oh, that eye. No, no.
Trying to stop
Oh, can't look away. Sorry, I overreacted a bit there, didn't I? Maybe I should retitle myself Overreactor.
Zeb, quickly, bring the satchel.
Right, so he needs shadows. He's running low. Hey, now she's got a shadow. Which apparently it didn't take. Oh god, he's just eaten the shadow!
So the Shadow Satchel seems to be the source of Erebus's power.
No, devouring shadows is the source of his power.
If we can keep him exerting himself long enough, we should be able to beat him.
To what end? He's using up the shadows. There's no reason to believe that you're ever going to get them back.
I need more, and I need it now.
But Master, there isn't any more. And without Nightshade, there's no way to lure people to us.
So don't lure them, just wander around snatching them. Why am I giving the villains ideas? Why am I making suggestions to the villains?
Now remember. I know, it's important. Now remember, Lofty, stay low until you get out of Greypool.
Okay, that is... I guess we're having the opposite of exposition here. You know, someone tries to explain something and it's, no, I know, we get it, it's fine. Don't need to explain it for the viewer.
It's just so hard flying like this.
Ah!
Help!
No, this ain't good, no.
Your shadow
Oh.
is just right for my
Oh,
collection.
7-year-old girl. 7-year-old girl. Shadow stealing. No, not good. Oh, this has got to be a trap. This has got to be the plan. The plan to get... She's the bait. That's got to be it. Let's not waste any time. Let's actually just watch episode 4 and find out, because I really need to see where this goes now, because I need to see the happy resolution to this. There we go, Bright Lights Part 4. Let's see the happy resolution, please.
No!
There we... Okay, no. Once again, expertise in getting captured comes to the front.
I'll just take your shadow.
So it appears she actually wasn't the bait. How did she fit under there when they landed that on the floor that close? That's got to have been about that far off the ground.
That was close.
Okay, so no, she wasn't the bait. That wasn't the plan. They just got captured. Okay.
There's no point in talking to the Grave Aliens. They hate me.
You're wrong, Nightshade. We need them to get the baby pony's shadows back.
Why? Also, grave aliens, ha.
You stand with the very one who stole our shadows.
For the advancement of his career.
To save them. We trusted him before, and he betrayed our trust.
If you don't trust me, trust Megan and the ponies.
If you don't trust me, the one who stole your shadows, trust the ones I'm telling you to trust. Yeah, that's going to work out just fine, isn't it?
Again, Erebus.
We've got to get the Shadow Satchel away from Zeb.
He and Erebus are going to come looking for us, because we're the only ones around with shadows. You can't fool me anymore, Erebus. I'll never return, and I won't let you hurt my friends. Ah!
Would you please stop trying that? It hasn't worked so far. Right, okay, so the plan of being bait worked pretty well. He got him.
Zeb's waiting for you.
Wow. Let's hope this was the plan. Wow, they are running slowly. I could outrun them, and I've got a barely functioning leg at the moment. Okay, so it's not just wind powers. So, right, there we go, yeah, just got to keep him using his powers.
Me with shadows.
Spare him!
And now she has a shadow! As continuity goes, this episode's kind of playing it fast and loose. So far, everyone who they were stealing the shadows of didn't have a shadow, and now someone appears who they have stolen the shadow of, and she's got a shadow.
Nightshade, you know I'm the only one that has really had the power to do anything for you. Remember the fame? The adoring fans?
The horrendous guilt? The nightmares night after night?
Zeb, another shadow. This time, get his friend who thinks she's been hiding from us in the bushes. Nightshade! I'll just
Oh.
take your shadow.
Wow. Someone finally found their courage. And I don't know, did he get it? We didn't see anything there. And, right, you're just going to stand there while he approaches. Mind you, his attacks have been effective so far, haven't they?
I have a surprise for you, Erebus. The Flutter Ponies.
Right. Okay, the Flutter Ponies somehow.
We are the Flutter Ponies. Better run and hide. Zig and zag and zoom.
Yeah,
Up and down
I'm-
side to side. We are the Flutter
What?
Ponies.
When was that established that they could do that? I didn't even want to know what that was that they did it with, but when was it established that they could do that? And as I was going to say, the history of the Flutter Ponies seems to be getting captured a lot and not finding their way out of the holes, the giant holes in the edge of a beehive. I wouldn't really be that ecstatic if they turned up to rescue me.
Onward, Flutter Ponies. Victory is
Zeb! Essential, use it!
Right, okay, well, thankfully, the shadows weren't destroyed when he ate them then. But we could see him getting weaker as he used his magic. They were being used up. So, could he not just use them up until they escaped, then recaptured them, and then just use them again and again and again and again and again? Oh, you go and get it now. What?
To think that those pathetic creatures cause such problems.
But it'll never happen again, and we have Nightshade to thank for that. 3 cheers for Nightshade!
Why will it never happen again? I mean, what are they going to do to him? I mean, at worst, they can send him to Tartarus.
I don't deserve your cheers.
No, you don't! You made a deal with the devil for fame. You got that fame and then had to pay the price.
Nightshade, wonderfulest, bravest hero ever.
Wonderfulest, bravest hero ever? He didn't do anything! He knocked the satchel out of his hand once! Sorry, hooves. He knocked the satchel out of Zeb's hooves once.
To do the moonwalk, because it is so hip. Do the moonwalk, ponies.
Okay, that wasn't the moonwalk, that was just slipping around.
Move your feet, put a smile on your face. Do the moonwalk.
Okay, all the animation errors they've already had with people and ponies walking around without moving their legs and stuff, or moving faster than their feet should be allowing. And then when it comes to doing the moonwalk, they animate them walking backwards. All they needed to do was animate them walking forwards but moving backwards, but no, let's just animate them walking backwards. They probably tried to animate them walking forwards and moving backwards so they could actually be doing the moonwalk, but yeah, they ended up getting that wrong. And so, in fact, they ended up accidentally just animating them walking backwards. If they'd actually just tried to animate them walking backwards, they'd have ended up making a mistake and having them walking forwards while moving backwards, and it would have been fine. But yeah, okay, after Pony Puppy and the Glass Princess, that took a turn for the dark. Dark is not the way to describe this. That was nightmarish. That was horror. That is the sort of thing that I'm going to be seeing in my dreams for weeks now. Baby ponies going off with a stranger and having their essence stolen away from them. Megan allowing them to go because they'll only be gone for a few minutes. This is a magical world of monsters and creatures that are trying to enslave and steal souls left, right and centre. And you let these babies go off alone. Why? How could you do that, Megan? And well, they paid the price for it. She didn't pay the price for it. The price, her price that she paid, the adults got a bit angry briefly, and then they all went off to find them. And then Nightshade, well, yeah, I want to be famous. Here's someone who says he can make me famous. Oh yeah, he's the devil, and now I'm going to carry on working for him because, hey, the fame. Oh yes, he's also got my mother's shadow/soul, which seemed to be added as an afterpoint as he was talking. Yeah, he said I was doing it for my career. Oh yeah, and because I want to keep my mother's shadow safe. And for all we know, he'd already devoured it, and we didn't know until the end that devouring them didn't destroy them for some reason, which, again, by any sort of magical or alchemical or physics principles you want to go by, when he devoured them and used that energy, they should have been destroyed as shadows. They were turned into the energy used in that magic, so they should no longer have been shadows. So wearing him out like that shouldn't have returned those shadows. Those shadows should have been gone forever. I'm glad they weren't. I'm glad they weren't because people needed them. But yeah, by the laws of physics and metaphysics, those shadows should no longer have existed. But hey, it all worked out in the end. Erebus got captured, apparently, and I don't know, he's being taken to Tartarus or something, if that's a thing in this world. Or they're gonna just keep him in a bottle or something, because he's just a little wispy thing, just pop him in a jar, cork on, stick him on a shelf, everything's fine. But that even then, things have escaped from Tartarus, so he could be back at any point for all we know. Oy. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by this one. It took a bit of a break, didn't it, with Pony Puppy and the Glass Princess? Okay, the Glass Princess had its share of nasty. They turned the ponies to glass, but that they came back. They were fine in the end. They probably didn't even notice that anything had happened. But in this, the shadows were stolen. Everyone fell into a massive depression when they didn't have their shadow. And until the end, for all we knew, they weren't going to get them back. And baby ponies kidnapped and everything. And no way. Oh, I'm looking back fondly on the days of the Glass Princess after the nightmare fuel of this one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, okay, I'm glad everything worked out in the end, and no one ended up having their shadows destroyed forever, and the baby ponies got their shadows back, and the mama ponies got their babies back, and Megan has suffered no consequences from her negligence, so, yeah, everything seems to be okay, and I will see you next time for something else, which we'll figure out what it is later. It'll either be Friendship is Magic again, or more My Little Pony and Friends. Though, from what I can tell, it's more likely to be the latter. Well, my battery is about to die, so I will say goodbye there, folks. Goodbye, see you next time, and keep hold of your shadows.